Blood check, violence check, death check. Onyx Equinox delivers and ticks all three of these boxes within the space of its first action-packed 24 episodes. Hey everyone, welcome back to Watch with Kuda. I hope you all had a great Christmas and a happy new year. So, Onyx Equinox is a new original animated series from Crunchyroll, and not so long they dropped the remaining episodes, which I went on to binge watch and finish the series last week. So, Onyx Equinox is one of my favorite series of 2020. It's not the best, but I really enjoyed it. So, it focuses on a story. Our main character, his name is Azal, a young boy who is tasked to represent humanity at the lowest of the low in a game between gods. His quest was to close the five gates of the underworld and save humanity from the next cycle of destruction. But the problem is that Azar has lost faith in humanity after his sister is sacrificed to protect their city that they grew up in. So, on top of that, our protagonist, Azal, is a loser. He's weak physically, mentally, and he lacks competence. And he spends most of the episode crying. Episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4. I think up to episode 8 he cries a lot. So, but what made me get hooked with the series is the first episode, where it opens up with an attack on a city, creatures from the underworld before a big bad god himself from the underworld, the Aztec god of death, appears and destroys the whole place, sending it and all the inhabitants into the death below and stealing all the lovely human blood sacrifices from the other gods. It turns out that from the series, the gods need blood to live, and they are not best pleased about this. They decide to close the five gates to the underworld, sealing it, and the god of the underworld off from the human realm using the Omnic machines. So that is when Azul now comes to play to close the five gates. But Azul isn't alone in this quest. In the Onyx Equinox Season 1, he is joined by twin brothers, Ulama players, Yuna, a princess, and a warrior called Zayana, and also a guardian of the wager called the Yaro, yeah, who is part of the group to ensure that there is no godly interference over the course of the 13 episodes. Because Yaro, since he's the one to watch that there is no god interference, two of the gods make a bet to see if Azel can close the five gates. If one of the gods fails, if Azel fails to close the five gates, one of the gods was gonna get all the blood sacrifices, and vice versa. If the gates were left open, the other god will also get, the blood of the other god's sacrifices. So the group also joins together to fight humanity while also struggling to find a synergy between each other. The animation is beautiful. It reminds me of Avatar: The Last Airbender. We get a chance to see different locations where Azul travels around the world in order to close the gates, especially when we see the underworld. The location of the underworld is beautiful. The first episode, when the first god appeared, the, the location is also breathtaking to look at. The structures of where these people were living is like Egypt in itself, but a bit different as well. It's really visually stunning, from the battles that Azul faces to the blood to the glow, which makes it more captivating. The animators do not hold back when you see someone getting ripped into shreds. Basically, Gantz level of violence. This is not a kid's cartoon. the way they start the first episode, it just tells you that you're in for a ride when you start watching the series. I love the character designs. It reminds me, again, I said Avatar The Last Airbender, or let's say Legend of Korra. It's kind of like the same in a way. The most entertaining character I really enjoyed was Zanya, who is a powerful warrior who seeks to restore a destroyed city. She has the most entertaining arc, which plays with themes such as betrayal, trust, loyalty, revenge. All of these themes, they revolve around her. I felt like she was more of the driving force in the group, and her secret to transform into a creature is more fascinating. As for the rest of the cast, they were okay. Our protagonist, Azil, as I said, is a crybaby, a coward. As I said, he is crying most of the time. I thought the others, like the brothers, the priestess, they also get screen time, the same as Azil, but their backstory wasn't really captivating that much as Zanya. Um, Another thing that I enjoyed the most again was the culture, the mythology of the Mesoamerican. I really would love if we could see more of this mythology get tackled more, from the sacrifices to a savage to society to really, it's really something else. The series showcases the detailed cosmology of the humans and the role they play. It also touches on the gods, the Azanian Lady of Death, the God of the Dead, respectively the wondrous to be behold. Onyx Equinox is a good animated series with so much death, blood, gore, and on top of that, that showcases the culture of the Mesoamerican to those who are unfamiliar, like me. I like that we got a chance to see other gods rather than Zeus and Odin. I would like to see more of other cultures, other different gods than Zeus and Odin. The series is not afraid to use swear words. Trust me, they do not hold back on that one. It's a really captivating series that goes dark the very first episode one, which was surprising, and it made me get hooked after watching that. It's a decent animated series, not the best that I've ever seen, but you are in for a good ride until you finish the series. So, have you seen Onyx Equinox? If you did, what are your thoughts? Drop them in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Do not forget to subscribe.